Oh, hey there. So, as you probably know, I fly a lot. And oftentimes before I fly, especially internationally, then people will say, what I consider to be dumb stuff like this: fly safe. And I'm like, I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually not a pilot. I'm not flying the plane at all. I mean, I'm just going to sit there and like relax my worry muscle and go, let me look at my phone, or try to sleep, which never really works. But if I can trust a pilot when I get on a plane, I just assume, like, this guy probably went through quite a bit of training. He's probably got years of experience, and this plane is way too expensive for them to, like, just send some crackhead up there to fly it. So chances are I'm probably going to make it. There's a lot of expensive equipment, a lot of people that are like making this thing going to work. And so, like, they're going to make sure it's safe, and they're going to make sure that the guy flying it knows what he's doing and that their computers are working, and I'm going to land. And so I'm just like, meh. And if I can do that with an air flight, can I do that with God in my life? Can I just go, look, I'm not flying this plane. I can just relax my worry muscle and go, he's going to get me there, because we are precious cargo. There is too much at stake for him to just be like, meh, I'll let some crackhead take it over. Like, no, he's got a plan for your life. He's got a plan for your life, and he is guiding you down the path. Now, I read something from my memories and today, and it said, if I had my way, I would have saved Joseph. Okay, now this is what they're talking about. Joseph, by his brothers, was thrown into a well, and they were going to kill him, but instead they sold him into slavery. But I would have had, if I had it my way, I would have taken him out of that well and been like, you poor guy, and you guys are bad for doing this. And then he was sold into slavery, and I would have stopped that. And then he was taken to Egypt, and he was a slave to this guy Potiphar. And I probably would have stopped that. I'd be like, he doesn't deserve this. He's a good dude. And then when Potiphar's wife tried to sleep with Joseph, he refused and said, I will not do this evil thing. And she insisted and ripped his clothes off, and he ran out naked. And then she yelled out, rape, rape. He tried to rape me, which he didn't. And they went to jail for it. I probably would have stopped that. I'd have been like, no, we're not going to have that. And then when the people came that were in jail, and he helped them, and he's like, but don't forget me when you get out. They did forget him. For years, he sat in prison. But if I would have stopped him any one of those places in his life, those tragedies in his life, if I would have stopped that, then I would have stopped the guy that saved the entire known world at the time from famine, because God used him, and God put him in a mighty place and made him second in command to Pharaoh, and saved everybody, because he stored up for 7 years, and he knew that bad things were going to happen, because God, showed him in a dream. It showed Pharaoh in a dream, and then he interpreted it. And he had to go through some tragedy to get there, but it prepared him for what he was going to do, which was great and amazing, and pales in comparison to the things that he went through. And so there's a lot of times that we go through things and people are like, this is horrible. I'm like, it is horrible, but it probably pales in comparison to what's going to happen soon. Okay. Jesus was able to look beyond the cross at the joy to come. And he's like, because the joy to come, I can endure this. And I think that if we can learn how to do that, if we can go, look, heaven's on the other side of this. There's something good coming out of this tragedy. If we can just relax our worry muscle and go, God's got this. And even though I can't see it, it's still going to work out to be something good. I think if we can do that, we're going to be a lot happier people. I'll tell you that. Because worrying doesn't change anything. Worrying is hoping for the worst. And then when it comes, go, see, I told you so. But the thing is, most of the things we worry about never happen. And most of the things that happen to us, they blindside us anyway. So spending time worrying is an absolute waste of time and energy. I'm going to spend my time hoping for the best. And then if it happens, I'm like, see, I told you so. And if it doesn't, I'll be like, I'm still hoping. That's the way I want to live my life. Love you guys.